It's week 6 of the NFL, and we'll see Geno Smith. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Seahawks and the 49ers on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen, partner. This should be a good one here in the month of October. Got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
And all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at two teams that have started off strong. They're playing winning football. They're starting to really understand what their identity is as a team. And for this stage of the season, this is one of the better matchups we've seen so far, and it's going to go a long way continuing to unravel who are the teams we're going to be talking about come the end of the regular season.
This taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Seahawks come on, and that means it's Geno Smith. What a story he's been. Real turnaround here in his 12th year now in the NFL. Came out to Seattle, backed up Russell Wilson the last 3 years. Greg, he has been the starter, and he runs this Seattle offense now.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Play action now. It's Geno. He's got it! And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Walker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
Here we go.
They'll run the toss with Walker. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll try and run the option left. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Geno. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Ricky Pearsall. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last 2 seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs, and it's his 3rd season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
You know you have a good week, Mike, when it takes all 5 fingers on one hand just to show how many touchdowns you threw in last week's win. Now, do we expect him to do that 2 weeks in a row? I'm not sure that's realistic.
Oh, he calls up the football. The Seahawks scoop it up. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll get about 5. Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Smith. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Pearsall gonna return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. 49ers offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. A 1st down throw for Purdy. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. On 2nd down, Purdy. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. He's to the 15. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Here's Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Extra point by Patterson is good. And the 49ers are on the board. It's now 14-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, yeah. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, Smith. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass. is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Niners offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 14-7 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Off he goes. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll send a tight end in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Purdy. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Seahawks offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. He's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL leader in touchdown passes. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go, sir.
On 1st and 10, here's Smith. That's caught downfield by Diggs. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, sir.
They go play action with Smith. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. He's going to run it. The Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seattle. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so Time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. The NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Christian McCaffrey. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. So the drive stalls out. And here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, to punt. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Seahawks offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers.
Ready.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. That's Charvarius Ward, able to make the play. They face 2nd down and 7.
Here we go.
Once again, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
13 there. There we go.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of...
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And this is going to be incomplete. So they let the punter try and throw for it. Not sure if he did that on his own. Either way, doesn't matter. They've turned it over on down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Purdy going to put it up again. The throw on the run is complete. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again is Purdy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Extra point by Patterson is good. And the 49ers draw closer here. It's 21-14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now They'll start from the 24. Smith. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Now, Gino. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. That's caught. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. Smith to throw on first down. Has his man Smith and Jigbo working across the field. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
He'll start at the 4. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in our Thursday Nighter to start the new NFL week. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach. Jonathan, all yours.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. A number of great games coming up this weekend, starting with the second of the 3 London games this year, the Jags and Bears from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window, one being out in Las Vegas, where it will be the Raiders taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we wrap up Week 6 with Bills-Jets in the AFC East from MetLife Stadium. It was the former comeback player of the year, Geno Smith, who was sharp in the first half. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play. Purdy now on second down. He gets this one to Samuel. It's complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
From the gun, it's a give to McCaffrey. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Purdy. Still going inside the 20. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Seahawks offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's been as involved as anyone in the league in the middle part of the season, the NFL leader in receiving yards to this point.
Ready. 13 next, 13 next.
On first down, here's Geno to throw. He's going to air this one out for Jones. That is caught! And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. Outright, Smith and Jigba has it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. Throwing is Smith. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Diamador Lenore there defensively to break that one up. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Smith. This one into the hands of Smith and Jigba. They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Smith. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a first down.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Here's McCaffrey. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? On the give, it's McCaffrey. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's to the right side and incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And third down coming up. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the...
That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster. I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Here's Geno. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Cover.
Working out of the gun, Smith. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now the point after try from Myers. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Pearsall gonna return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Brock Purdy and the NFC champs back out to begin this next drive. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. First and 10. Purdy. Looking to Samuel on the outbound.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Purdy works out of the pistol. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. Again in the air for Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Purdy gonna put it up again. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not gonna work. Defense strong up front. And they're gonna get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long. Back to the air is Purdy. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
Hey, here we go.
He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. We'll try and run it with Walker. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks, as we say, so long from Seattle.